Good evening, my grim little listeners. What a marvelous week it has been. One of my videos got over 100 views. One of my shorts got over 1,500 views. And the best part, the very best part, I have doubled my subscribers. I cannot thank you enough. My dark little heart can hardly believe it. Thank you so much for your support. Truly, you are the most deliciously grim group a ghoul could ask for. Now, the depths of Reddit never disappoint. Tonight, I don't bring you just one tale, I bring you 3, each chilling in its own way. So settle in, because this night holds more than a single scare. Our first tale is a warning written in ink, and it demands that you read this letter immediately. By the time you read this, I'll be gone. No, sorry. That's a terrible way to start a letter. Let me try again. Your name is Maven. You think you're 16 and living in Carmel, Indiana. You kicked Miss Pointier's dog in 3rd grade and blamed it on your neighbor Angela. You have a crush on Kitty Fearson, the college student who works summers at Broad Ripple Ice Cream Shop. I know all this because I'm Maven too, and we're not 16 anymore. Well, technically speaking, I'm about 11 hours old, and you, if you're any good at following instructions, are minutes old, fresh off the copier. No, sorry. I know that made no sense. Sorry. Damn it, it's hard to think with that clock ticking away, counting down to the reset. Just so you know, don't waste your time trying to smack the clock. Whatever the face is made of is far sturdier than glass. You're welcome. Anyway, the reset. I suppose that's as good place to start as any. You woke up at 9 a.m. and you'll fall asleep at 9 p.m. After you fall asleep, that's it. You're gone. Reset. A new version of us will wake up at 9 a.m. the next day with no memory of the previous day. I know this because of the letters the previous versions of us left. They're under the bed. Take a look through them when you finish this one. It's not like you'll have anything better to do. Our leading theory is that we're some sort of cloning experiment that was just left on indefinitely. Maybe some researcher forgot about us, or maybe there's no one left to turn us off. Whatever the reason, the important thing to know is that you have 12 hours, and I have a few requests. First, please write a letter for the next of us. It saves a lot of time. You'll understand when you read the previous letters. Second, do you see the keypad lock on the door? It takes a 6-digit code and allows 3 unlock attempts per day. I'll write down the last code I tried. Please try the next 3 and write down the last code you tried. Finally, if you're the lucky one to open the door and get out of here, I'm sure the world has changed a lot since we were locked away. I hope you'll find a place in it. I hope you'll walk the old railroad trail and get a cookie butter shake with a cherry on top. I hope you'll experience enough life for all of us. That's all. The rest of the time is yours to use as you please. A life-size pencil portrait of Kitty Fearson is in progress on the far wall, if you're bored and looking for something to do. The last code I tried is 712898. If you think that was unsettling, wait until you hear the silence between mother and child. This next one is called My Mom Won't Talk to Me. I don't know what's wrong with her, but she just won't respond to me. It started yesterday morning. I came down to the kitchen, half asleep, backpack sliding off my shoulder, and said, "Morning, Mom." Nothing. She was standing at the counter rinsing dishes, shoulders stiff, head bent low, like she couldn't even hear me. I figured she was annoyed, maybe about the math test I'd bombed, or the way I'd left my cleats in the hall again. She hates it when I don't pick up after myself. It would be the first time she gave me the silent treatment. I figured I'd just come home, get punished for whatever I did, and that would be it. But she still isn't talking to me. At dinner, she just picked at her food, eyes locked on the table. No nagging, no lectures, no anything. So I just asked her, "Mom, are you mad at me about something?" She didn't even look at me. I tried everything, joking, apologizing, Even slamming doors around the house a few times to see if she'd yell. Nothing. Just silence. This morning, when I walked past the living room, she was sitting in the dark. Not reading, not watching TV, just sitting there, staring at nothing. I whispered her name. Her shoulders jerked like I'd shocked her. She didn't turn her head, though. She didn't move at all. And that's when it hit me. She wasn't mad at me, and she definitely wasn't ignoring me. At school, I couldn't focus. My mind kept replaying last night. I was so relieved when I thought she'd gone to bed early. I thought I was careful when I slipped out. A perfect escape, like always. But what if she heard the door and decided, just this once, to follow me into the night? Still, she couldn't have seen anything. It was pitch black, and I didn't even click the flashlight on until I was already in the woods. But then I think about her eyes now. Tired, red, refusing to look at me under the kitchen light. She doesn't blink in my direction. Doesn't even breathe until I'm gone. She must have seen me in the woods. She must have seen what I did. The way his face looked in the flashlight glow. The sound when the rock hit, over and over, and the thud when it stopped moving. I thought I was alone. But now every time I say, Mom, I see her lips tremble, like she's holding something back. Like if she opens her mouth, it'll all come pouring out. Her fear, her scream, the truth she's choking on. And I swear, if she ever dares to speak, I'll have her shut up too. Some horrors stare back at you. Our final story tonight is called No Eyes Nora. I was the kind of kid who got spooked by every scary story I heard. If someone said a ghost haunted the toilet block at school, I'd hold my pee until I got home. But the one that really got under my skin was the story about No Eyes Nora, a ghost who allegedly haunts mirrors. It was a textbook urban legend. Stare into the mirror at night, say her name 3 times, and she'd appear behind you. The other kids swore it worked, claiming they'd seen her bloody eye sockets before running out screaming. I never knew whether they were telling the truth, but the idea of something standing behind me in the dark, that was my worst nightmare. Still, one night, when I was 9, I decided to try it. I was just tired of being called a coward. So I waited until Mom was in the lounge and crept into the bathroom, standing in front of the mirror. 1, I whispered. 2. I felt the bathroom grow colder. 3. The lights went out. I hadn't even mentioned her name. I screamed as loud as I could, wrenching the door open, crashing into the towel rack and knocking over the bin. I slipped face first on the mat before staggering down the hall, sobbing for Mom. I told her what happened. Mom shook her head before scolding me. Seriously? Stop scaring yourself with those silly stories. For years, I thought I'd proven the urban legend true. I never dared try it again. It wasn't until my 20s that the truth crawled out of the shadows. One day, paramedics found that one of my old neighbors had been discovered dead, alone inside his house. At first, it sounded like natural causes, but when police searched the property, they uncovered something far darker. Hidden in boxes and bags were piles of stolen goods. Trinkets, loose cash, costume jewelry, old watches. Small, almost worthless things that wouldn't be missed right away, but quietly taken from homes around the neighborhood over the years. In one of those boxes, I spotted something that made my skin crawl. Mom's silver necklace, the one she kept in her bedroom nightstand. She thought she'd misplaced it years ago. Locals later pieced together how he worked. His trick was simple. Cut the power for a few seconds to make the tenants stop what they were doing. While they fumbled in the dark, he'd slip in through an unlocked passage, grab whatever he could, and leave before the lights came back on. Apparently, the night he targeted us again, I ruined his plan. Instead of being disoriented in the dark, I'd screamed so loud that he panicked and ran. Thanks to that stupid legend, No Eyes Nora. I used to think the ghost in the mirror story was the scariest thing in the world. Now I know better. Ghosts don't rifle through your things while you sleep, or watch you while you shower. But your neighbors, they can. And there you have it. 3 grim bits in one night. I hope you savored every delicious dark moment. Tell me, which of tonight's stories really sank its teeth in the deepest? Share your thoughts below. I adore hearing from you. Truly, I cannot thank you enough for your support. It keeps my grim little heart beating. Every new subscriber feels like a candle lit in the darkness, and together you've made this channel glow brighter. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and share this with someone that you'd haunt. This has been Awfully Grim.